congratulations to Beast Coast, really selling pace. And I know you guys have a lot of questions. You want all the answers here at the panel, and one of the most important questions, hairlines, this man can answer for you.
I have a terrible hairline, and I reciprocate with all the players who have gone bald, and I one day will be bald myself. But the Yatoro effect. This is the most critical thing we have right now. We have multiple players at Ti11 who are going bald. Don't forget Yatoro, at the previous TI, he had never beaten VP during the DPC. He shaves his head, bam, 2-1, beats VP, alright? We have Schem, draws with Team Spirit, can't beat them at the Arlington Major. He then goes bald, bam, beats them. We then have Panda, he plays against EG in the Anna Major on no ping. He loses to them 2-1. Guess what? He goes bald. He then wins 2-0 against EG. So finally, RTZ, Bald TZ, hasn't beaten Beast Coast yet. Draws with them 1-1. Yet to find out if he can beat them. He lost game 1. The Bald effect dictates he has to, in theory, statistically, that this time they aren't lying, Naz, he should win. But if he doesn't beat them, it's over. The Yatoro effect has crumbled.
So this is one of the biggest storylines here at TI. It really is. And so we need to go to an expert. I think we got slacks in Casey.
Hello. Hello, hello, hello. He has decided to join us, and we will bring our energy together like a bald spirit bomb. Ladies and gentlemen, Bald Boys for RTZ. Bald Boys for RTZ. Bald Boys for RTZ. Bald Boys for RTZ. Take our tour. Woo!
Can I play?
Yes, bald people for RTZ. Bald people for RTZ. Bald people for RTZ. Bald people for RTZ. Let's go.
And also get everybody.
That's it. That's the bit. Back to you.
Thank you very much. Some insight. That was some insight.
Pressing.
Bro,
That's an exclusive. You've never heard it before. This is a TI exclusive.
Yeah. And does that change your opinion on, what...
No, I think Beast Coast probably going to win the series. They played game 1 incredibly, but a lot of bounce back from EG required because, Beast Coast was a step above.
Yeah, and now they've got a little bit of momentum, and of course this is lower bracket. EG can go home. Beast Coast, only need one match to finish this one out. Lizard, I interrupted you again, as I am the silent.
I'm very happy you did, because that bold energy is way too strong. I forgot my thoughts anyway, so it's all good.
All right, and Sheeps, you've been picking up that team. Game 2, though, looking at EG, where are you thinking for EG?
Oh, it's hard, right? Because everything comes down to the lanes and the start of the lanes and making sure that those go well. Because it's hard, no matter what your draft looks like. Like you said earlier, if you lose the lanes, it's just too hard to play the rest of the game. So focusing on making sure that goes well is just the first stepping stone for playing against Beast Coast. Because Beast Coast are just a team that likes to win lanes, group up, fight, push you, fight. So you have to be able to fight back.
Yeah, but of course, we mentioned a little bit earlier that you brought up some stats. It was EG have, dominated, so to speak, a little bit more over Beast Coast, or at least the SA region. So is this a new position for them?
So I think the EG's always just drawn out with Beast Coast. I think, EG's normally, statistically against Beast Coast, they always win game 1, then they lose game 2.
Okay.
So it's the first time in the last 3 matchups where EG's actually lost game 1. So maybe it's all changed now. Maybe just Beast Coast is leveled up. But EG normally has SA's number, but right now it doesn't look that way.
I want a little bit more about this. I want more history. And to bring us some history, it's Sanang.
They've had SA's number for a very long time. In fact, I want to take you real far back. EG in South America, this is a storied rivalry. All the way back to, let's say, 2015. Let's say Evil Genius's PPD. Does that ring a bell to you? And them always going head-to-head in South America. Back then, it was the Brazilians. It was Pain Gaming. Can't really say that SA was too respected of a region back then. PPD, he didn't want to play on those servers. Old Universe, though, he was trying to come to the defense of South America. It took a little bit of time, though. It took the Dota Pro circuit to really foster the region. It took all the way to, let's say, the Anna Major, when things started to finally turn around. Poor Beast Coast was on the cusp of being able to qualify to TI. It was all up to Evil Geniuses. EG had to take out 2 of the teams, TNC and Enigma Galaxy, to let Beast Coast in to Ti10. Te quiero mucho, Arturito. But it goes both ways. Beast Coast, they'll repay their debt. 1 year later, come to Ti11, the Arlington Major. All of a sudden, EG's in trouble. They're in just the border of being able to directly qualify. Fnatic and Outsiders, if they place high, say sayonara to Evil Geniuses. But Beast Coast repays their debt. They save Private RTZ, and they bring EG all the way to this TI. Now, will Beast Coast giveth and taketh away? Will they do it in a 2-0 fashion? We'll have to find out with this next game.
Thank you very much, Tsunami. Yeah, it's, there's a history, and it's, I want to say hi, by the way, Tsunami. How are you doing? I hope they're going to turn your mic back on in a moment.
I'll hang out. I'm doing great. How are you?
Yeah, we've seen you over in the corner kind of preparing these segments. You've been playing a lot with your new toys.
I have been. It's been a delight to augmented reality enhance the experience. I thought that you were a hologram for the first day.
Yeah, I also got told though you did say you asked to make all the Dota heroes smaller. Could you tell us?
Listen, the scale is just inherently off. There are mere pixels on my screen. I'm glad that you're all sitting because then I would also feel somewhat underscaled. But we're fine right now. No, please stop.
Wait.
I'm not a fan
Don't break the panel.
Anyway, so
this is why they only allow a certain amount of people over here because too many Dota commentators in one room and panelists. It just goes haywire. But to get your opinion on Game 2, what are you thinking between EG and Beast Coast?
I know Bulba was particularly thrilled about getting the Broodmother as a first pick. I remain reluctant. Nightfall has been doing great on the hero. In fact, I think this was only his second loss on the Broodmother. But time and time again, I see stubbornness be the downfall for Evil Genius drafts. I think Broodmother might be one of those things that they might need to go back to the lab. And same thing with the Sven. I know Fly's been doing great on Sven as well, but it's becoming a bit telegraphed. You can get away with it in group stage, but come bracket play, come against South America, you got to wrap it up.
All right, I know the teams are on their way out. Thank you very much, Tsunami. And we look forward to getting more AR and more Tsunami and hopefully Purge in the future as well as the teams enter for Game 2. This is potentially the elimination game for Evil Geniuses. Tsunami mentioned, yes, maybe stubborn, but they've, a seasoned team. They've got a lot that they can show here on stage. They've got a lot that they can draft. I'm really looking forward to see if they can, kind of get RTZ more involved and more comfortable. It did feel like those lanes really kind of didn't allow him to play his game. But on the side of Beast Coast, what a great storyline. If they can come through this lower bracket, beating out EG would be huge. And, so many South American fans, this has really been a